Hi, everybody. This is Jill for today. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. Well, today we're going to do a cake hack. Yes, we are. There's a famous new recipe out there that is the 2-ingredient pumpkin bread. And I love to make pumpkin bread. And during the fall, I always follow that traditional quick bread recipe with the eggs and the milk and all that stuff. Well, I thought, let's give this a try and see if it really is worthy of a good quick bread. So what we're going to start off with is a package, doesn't matter which brand, spice cake. So we're going to put that into the bowl here. It's the spice, it smells wonderful, really. And then a can of good old Libby's on the label. 1 can, not pumpkin pie filling, just straight up pumpkin. We're going to get all of that out of there. Pumpkin smells good. I haven't had pumpkin for a year, so that really, it smells good. It smells like autumn, which I just love. Okay, so we're going to just take a spoon right now, and we're going to stir this up. We're going to see if this is the truth. There was my oven. My oven's been preheated to 350 degrees, and the rack is about in the middle of the oven. And we're waiting for this amazing thing to happen here. Oh my gosh, doesn't that smell good though? All right, we're almost getting there. One of the things it talks about in the recipes that I've seen, they're all the same, kind of can of pumpkin and, the cake mix is, and this is like any quick bread. You don't want to over mix it because then it becomes kind of dense. And that was one of the things that this particular recipe talked about as well. So I think we're almost there. Now, here's where you can go outside, break outside that 2-ingredient zone. If you like chocolate chips in your pumpkin, and I don't get it, but there's a lot of recipes out there with chocolate chips in pumpkin bread or cakes or whatever. If that's what you like, go for it. We don't do that, but we do nuts. And again, this is optional. You can put this in the oven just like that. I'm putting in about a half a cup of chopped walnuts. And I'm going to stir that in. I suppose if you wanted to, you could do like some chocolate chips and some nuts. All right, I think that those are pretty well combined there. So I'm going to stop mixing right there. Now, I've got my loaf pan. It's greased. This is about a 9x5. I've got it greased, and then I've put in there a sling is what they're called. This is parchment paper. Don't use wax paper. It'll melt. Parchment paper, and you line that pan, and that really is going to help that bread come out because sweet breads tend to like to stick a lot. And I only just greased the edges because the mass is that, and you can kind of put a little knife in between the ends. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. I'll tell you, the smell is wonderful. We're just going to find out. It'll be interesting to see too, because there's no eggs or anything to give you that volume, the air that eggs put in. I'm getting too old for this. It's heavy. All right. And there's, you might see a little bit of cake mix in there that's not mixed in. A little bit here and there, not a big deal. All right, one more little smidgen here. And I'm going to use a spoon. And I'm going to, because it is so thick, we're going to spread this out, even it out. Well, this is going to be interesting. Another option I saw, and I decided not to do it. This probably will be sweet enough as it is. Some of the recipes said you could put like a cinnamon sugar on top, sprinkle, but I opted out for that one. Okay.
Maple syrup.
What about maple syrup?
That'd be a nice topping.
Really? Oh, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, there we are. Now, this is going to go into my preheated 350-degree oven. about 50 minutes, 50 minutes. I will check it. Yeah, it's going to take an hour, I would suspect, but I will check it at 50 minutes. And once it's completely cooked, I'll let you know how much time it took to bake. But when you have a cookie, or not cookie, but a bread of some sort, you want to make a toothpick test. When you think it's done, take a toothpick, put it down into that thickest part. If it comes out gummy, you know that that bread's not cooked, and you're going to want to give it maybe another 4 or 5 minutes. Check it again, and until you get a fairly clean toothpick out, you need to keep it going until you do get to that point. All right. This is going to come out of the oven. I'm going to put it on a cooling rack, and we're going to let it cool till we can cut it. And then we'll come back and we will take a sample of this. This took about 40 minutes to cook. I checked it at 40 and it was done. And I mean, I don't think I would have taken it out any earlier. So I'm going to go with 40 minutes. And of course, that's my oven. Okay, here it is. Now, it turned out very nice. One thing I see, though, is it's cooled. There's a few little cracks, fissures here and there, but we'll just see. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. Oh, wow. Cuts really nice. Oh, look at that. That looks, wow, you know what? That looks pretty nice. All right, I'm going to leave that. We'll get an inside cut here to get fair. Looks nice and moist. Here's one for the director to see what, first of all, take a nice look at that. It smells really good. Smells really good. Think smells really good.
Smells great.
It does smell good. Okay, here we go. Dang. That's very good. That's very, very good.
Nice, flavorful.
Pumpkin. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get a little more of the spice than I do the pumpkin.
That's interesting. Oh, no. Yes. Yes. If you need to make a quick, I mean, really, would I go to all the trouble to make regular? I don't think so.
No, this is great.
This is a winner. This is a keeper. And a can of pumpkin and a cake mix, and you've got yourself a really lovely
Put a
bread.
dollop of whipped cream on that.
Oh, there you go. See, he's always doing that. He's either wanting to throw ice cream on something or whipped cream on something, but he's got a point. All right. Thank you for hanging with me on this recipe. I hope you'll tell your friends to share this recipe with someone you know out there. I think they'll like it. Give me a thumbs up. The algorithms, they love those thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.